Big news from OpenAI, Codex is back, and this time it's a whole new level. Not just a code generator, but a full-blown AI software agent that can understand, fix, and even manage complex coding tasks across your entire repo. In this video, we're diving deep into everything OpenAI just announced, what Codex is now capable of, how it fits into your dev workflow, and why it might change the way software gets built forever. Greg Brockman, OpenAI's co-founder and chairman, leads the demo alongside the team, and what they show is nothing short of groundbreaking.
Software engineering is changing, and by the end of 2025, it's going to look fundamentally different. In 2021, we announced our first model that we called Codex. This was the first time that we've really demonstrated what we would now call vibe coding. Just a couple weeks ago, we released Codex CLI, which is a local agent that runs on your laptop in your own terminal. You're able to pair with and interact with in a synchronous fashion. Today, we're going to take a step towards where we think software engineering is going, and we are releasing a new system, which is a remote software agent that can run many tasks in parallel. We call this system, in the grand tradition of OpenAI naming, Codex. The thing that is exciting about Codex is that it runs with your repository, your environment on OpenAI compute. So you're able to run many, many copies of it. So you're able to do many tasks in parallel, fire them off, come back to them later, which is something that we'll be showing you today.
As Greg joked, it's in keeping with their tradition of grand, evocative names. But this isn't just a product update. It's being positioned as a serious step forward, one that could completely reshape the way software engineering works. OpenAI believes that by the end of 2025, development workflows might look totally unrecognizable from what we have today. To really get what makes this new Codex important, we need to revisit where it all started. OpenAI reminded us of the original Codex, released in 2021. That was many people's first experience with what they called vibe coding. You describe what you want, and the AI tries to build it. More recently, they introduced Codex CLI, a local agent you can run in your terminal, enabling synchronous, side-by-side coding with an AI on your own machine. But what's being shown today goes way beyond that. This new version of Codex is a remote software agent, an AI that lives not on your laptop, but in the cloud, running on OpenAI's infrastructure. And yet it connects directly with your repositories, your tools, and your development environment, just like a teammate would. The big game changer here is parallel tasking. Greg emphasized this point. You can spin up multiple agents, assign them separate tasks, and they'll tackle them at the same time. This isn't just code generation anymore. We're talking about orchestrating complex workflows that might take minutes or hours to run. You delegate tasks and check back in later, introducing a true asynchronous development model. That's a huge architectural shift. We're going from treating AI like a smart assistant sitting next to you to something more like a persistent on-demand developer that you can assign work to. It's closer to managing a team of tireless junior engineers who don't burn out, don't sleep, and deliver consistent progress. Starting today, this new Codex agent is rolling out to ChatGPT Pro, Enterprise, and Teams users. Plus, and EDU users are on deck to receive it soon. The brain behind all this is a new model called Codex 1, what OpenAI describes as their best coding model to date. It's based on their O3, and it's been optimized not for passing abstract benchmarks, but for generating real-world, production-ready code. That means properly commented code, fewer unnecessary changes, and adherence to common conventions. In other words, not just code that compiles, but code that you'd actually want to merge into your main branch. That's a crucial distinction. Many models can spit out functional code, but generating mergeable code, readable, maintainable, and consistent with a team's style is a much harder and far more valuable problem to solve. OpenAI seems to understand that for AI to become a real player in professional software engineering, the output has to be collaborative, not just technically correct. From there, the announcement shifted to a live demo led by Thibaut Sotio, or Thibaut, with Hansen Wang and Joshua Ma supporting. Thibaut selected an open-source repo called Preparedness, which includes OpenAI's own safety evaluation tools for frontier models. He made an interesting point. Frontier evals are really about agents, which may hint at OpenAI's longer-term vision. When the repo was loaded, the Codex UI suggested 3 tasks: An ask task, explain the code base to a new developer, outlining its structure and purpose. A code task, locate a key part of the code base and fix a bug. Another ask task, audit the code base for issues, typos, documentation errors, bugs, and more, and suggest actionable tasks. Thibault kicked off all 3 tasks at once, assigning each one to a separate Codex agent. Right away, this demonstrated the parallelism at the core of the system. One standout moment was the autonomous nature of that third task. The agent wasn't just reacting, it was proactively scanning the repo and proposing improvements. That's a significant cognitive leap forward. This is no longer about AI reacting to prompts. It's about AI analyzing, reasoning, and suggesting paths forward, even from vague or imprecise input. Thibault added a 4th task on the fly. Find as many topos and grammar mistakes as you can and fix them. That typo, topos instead of typos, was intentional, and the system understood it. He then showed us a pre-completed task: review codebase for maintainability and bugs. The results were honestly impressive. It spotted the classic Python issue of using a mutable default argument and suggested the correct pattern. It corrected a variable name typo. It unified conflicting definitions of a timeout constant across modules. It fixed a potential data loss risk by ensuring JSON writes were flushed properly. These aren't superficial improvements. They're exactly the kind of problems that come up in real-world code reviews. The Codex agent wasn't just scanning for lint-level issues. It was thinking like an engineer, with an eye toward maintainability and best practices. Next, Thibault demoed how the user-agent collaboration works in practice. Some suggestions were queued for automatic implementation. For others, like adjusting the timeout value, Thibault gave a direct instruction: make it 120. The agent got to work. This kind of flexible control, where you can accept, tweak, or override the AI's ideas, makes for a genuinely powerful workflow. Then came a look under the hood. They opened a live task where Codex was addressing that mutable default argument. The view was terminal-like. We saw the agent configure language environments, install dependencies via pip, fetch the repo, set up build tools, and more. This part was crucial. It proved that the Codex agent isn't just operating in theory. It's running inside a containerized environment, handling dependencies, and reproducing a real development stack. That transparency is key. It shows you that Codex isn't just giving you code, it's doing actual engineering tasks in a way you can audit and trust. This capability to manage its own runtime, install what it needs, and execute tasks is what elevates Codex from a code generator to a true software agent. It understands code, understands context, and knows how to operate inside a dev environment. Combine that with parallel tasking, and we're starting to glimpse the future of software engineering. We're witnessing AI take its first serious steps toward owning the full life cycle of coding, not just writing code, but analyzing it, testing it, improving it, and integrating it. And that changes everything. What we saw today with Codex is just the beginning. As this technology matures, the role of a developer could shift from writing every line to designing and supervising AI-powered workflows. That's not about replacing engineers, it's about amplifying them. And the potential upside is massive. If you found this demo as compelling as we did, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss future updates. Got thoughts or questions? Drop them in the comments. We'd love to hear how you see Codex shaping the future of software.